All right, what about now? There we go. Looks better, right? Now, looks a lot better. Now, let me try this. Sweet. And no stupid audio mess ups. Hang on, let me change the lighting. Look better? Now, let's see. What else do I need to do? Oh, what else we need to share screen, right? How can I change my thumbnail? Ah, I got it. I found out. Okay, so I'm using the Poly Camera Pro application that's pre-installed on the HP OmniBook Ultra. Pretty cool. Now I can bypass StreamYard because Jesus, that is a horrible experience. I'm sorry I had put y'all through that the last, I don't know, 6 months. How long have I been dealing with shitty? Now the only thing this doesn't do is like play background music, but whatever. I can change thumbnails. Now sharing screen. I need to plug in my external monitor and I can share a screen. Hang on here. Plug that in. And it streams in, I can stream in 60 frames per second. And I can stream in 4K, but it uses more data on your end. And most people don't care about 4K anyways, but it's in 1080p, 60 frames per second. That's something StreamYard does not do. Now let me see if I can share my screen here. So if you go on your YouTube app and you go to the settings icon and then you go to quality, advanced, and then go to 1080p. Yeah, it looks a lot better. Sweet. All right, let's try to share screen. Maybe I can play music. I don't know. Let me see here. Oh, that's dope. So the screen will be right there and I can actually move it. That's cool. All right, so let me go. Alright, it's downloading something real quick. Give me just a second. Let me plug in my external monitor. Alright, I'm back. Let's see here. What is going on? I gotta wait for this thing. So what's going on in the tech world? I have not even I haven't even brushed my teeth. I haven't even washed my face. I wasn't feeling good this morning, so I just went back to sleep. What is this? And I woke up about an hour ago. When ready, click the button below to capture your background and move out of sight of your camera. Okay. Let's see what this does. Please move out of frame. Polycamera Pro automatically capture your background once no users are visible. Your background has been captured, so do you want to proceed and restyle it? Wow, this is really cool. Yeah, let's see what this does. Get a relaxed but sophisticated vibe from me. What the hell? Save the captured background to the gallery to use again. Got a bunch of AI stuff on here. So let's see what's going on in the tech world real quick while this does something. Anything catch y'all's attention in the tech world today? I have been out of it. Like I said, I feel a lot better after I went back to sleep. You're at 1080. Yeah, I chose 1080 at for my streaming specs, but 4K was available. I just chose not. My camera I'm filming on will do 4K. I just chose not to do it. Okay, so we have Galaxy Z Fold 7 and Z Flip 7 leak reveals a few enticing new tidbits. Okay, so the leak also claims the Flip 7, the Flip series, will be thinner than expected, measuring 13.7 millimeters when closed and 6.5 millimeters when unfolded. That's down from 14.9 millimeters on the Flip 6. So when closed, the new Flip 7 will be 13.7, and the previous model was 14.9. So it'll be 1.2 millimeters thinner when closed. So it'll be 0.6 millimeters thinner when opened. So at 7.1 millimeters was the old one. Yeah, so the Flip 7 looks like it's going to be actually a really cool device. That's the one I want to get. gonna have the new Exynos 2500. That's what I want to get. I really want to test that out. What the hell is this magic background? All right, so let me try and share my screen here. Whoa, what the hell is this? Y'all see that? Let me see what this looks like. That's crazy. You can still see the outline. And then the microphone right here. Yeah, I don't know why I did that, but let's go back. Sorry, I'm testing out some stuff here. What the hell is this? Yeah. Whoa. Ah, it's for editing. I can make, I see here. Interesting. Let's take that off. Okay, back to normal. Now let's go back to select screen because I want to show y'all stuff. So share your window, share your display. Let's do the so how the hell do I get it show for y'all? Y'all still there? Testing. Y'all can still hear me? The hell? Hmm. Interesting. Okay. Well, I had something popped up here. Let me see if I can share my screen because for whatever reason I can't share my screen. Oh, now I have 1080p at 60 frames per second in my options. Now, aha, there we go. There we go. Is that, what about, hang on. Okay, so this was I think I got it. So this is basically a test stream, but I want to know, the Nothing Phone 3 comes out on Tuesday. Are y'all interested in the device at all? Have you had a Nothing Phone before? Does this one make you want to get a Nothing Phone? So what I did was, I don't think I'm gonna order it now. I originally sold my, as you know, I had a Nothing Phone 3A, the white one that I've had on the channel. I sold that maybe about a month ago in anticipation for buying the Nothing Phone 3. Well, now that it's so ugly, I don't think I'm going to buy it. So what I did was I purchased a blue Nothing Phone 3A, similar to this, same color. So I believe that gets here on Tuesday as well, on the 1st. So I won't have a Phone 3. I'll have a Phone 3A, a blue one. I don't know. Now here's the big question. What are the chances that mock-up that we got of the Phone 3 with the weird cameras, what are the chances that's not what it really looks like, right? All right, I was on Twitter this morning, or when I got up a little while ago. There were some people saying there's no way that's it. There's no way they would put out something that ugly. And I'm like 99% sure. Like, that's almost such a laughable claim. If I guarantee you, Android Headlines, the publication Android Headlines, they're the ones that released it. I guarantee you, behind the scenes, they were probably the publishers, the editors. Everybody was like, "This can't be it. Is this it?" I'm sure everybody said, "Is this really it?" Meaning, like, they verified their sources, they double, triple checked their sources, and I'm sure should we put this out? Is this really it? And I'm sure their source was like, yeah, that's it. And so they put it out, because they're not just going to that's a bold claim to make, and it turning up, that's not the case. Meaning, like, that's not what it's going to look like. Egg would be on their face, meaning they would look like fools. They would look like clowns for them. In the publication world, in the journalism world, if you have a story, if you have a super big story in the journalism world, like with political stories, you go to your source. A lot of these journalists, like even like Colin Cowherd for sports, if he's got a story, he's going to confirm it. He's going to double check. He's going to triple check, even go to multiple sources and verify this news story. And if every person he checks with says, yes, that's true, yes, that's true, yes, that's true, well, okay, I guess I'll put my reputation out on the line and put it out there. So that's basically what Android Headlines did. I'm sure they could not believe it. They double checked, triple checked their sources, and their sources said, yeah, that's what it looks like. So that's why they put it out there to the public. Now, what are the chances that that's not it, that nothing pulls a fast one on us? Probably slim. Is the chance still there? Sure, right? But it's probably very, very slim. So I put that at like a 99% chance that that's what the Nothing Phone 3 looks like. I'm very, very disappointed. And again, I get it, because I've heard the claim too. What does it matter what it looks like? You're not going to be looking at the back of the phone, right? When you use the phone, you're looking at the display. True. But you can't tell me that what the phone looks like doesn't matter, right? That's just because when I look at my Pixel, like when it's on the counter, I'm like, every time I look at it, and I always, just for whatever reason, always put whenever I set down my phone, I always put it face down so the back is looking up. Whenever I look at this thing, I'm like, Jesus, that is a beautiful looking phone. Say what you want, it's unique, right? That's without doubt. If you like it or not, that's up to you. But it's a striking, unique looking design. I love it, but I get it. So very few don't. Most people do like it, right? I love it. And the S25 Ultra, right? When it's laying face down, looking up, um, it's a nice looking phone, right? Unique, pretty stylish, right? Say what you want where the camera placement is, but it's nice and symmetrical. Looks nice. So the Nothing Phone 3 just looks. I saw some funny memes online of what is it, The Goonies? You remember that old school movie, The Goonies? It was like came out in like I don't know when I was a kid, right? But like in the 80s, right? The Goonies. Do you remember in the dungeon when they go visit that? There's that monster that's tied up in the dungeon, and they give him a what is it, a 100 grand or what candy bar is it? And that big monster with his eyes all looking weird, and he's like, candy bar? You know what I'm talking about? His eyes are all lopsided. I saw a funny meme that had that same looking monster that was tied up with his eyes all jacked up and all over the place. That's what the Nothing Phone 3 looks like. You can't tell me like what a phone looks like doesn't matter, because this is a perfect example. And now I saw two people online. I probably went through another couple hundred comments. I saw two people out of, I don't know, I probably scrolled through couple hundred comments, right? There were two people that I saw that they said they liked it. Now, one out of the two said they liked it just because it's different, and the other one just said they flat out like it. I don't know their background. I did not click on their profile. Maybe they're an employee nothing. Maybe they're a nothing employee, excuse me, and they're just saying that so they don't lose their job. But this is a perfect example of why a phone and the way it looks matters. Now, if you do, or if you are possibly thinking about getting it, what I would do is I would get the black one because it hides the ugly, right? The white one, those black sensors really stick out, right? You can tell my search history there. Let's see here. Nothing. So here you go. You can tell the black one here. The sensors kind of hide, right? The white one, they stick out like a sore thumb. It's a shame that they chose to go with this. Even if they moved those two sensors on the bottom, I think even if they move those two sensors on the bottom just to the left, just to make those sensors line up like an L, just that little difference, I think they should have done that, because being symmetrical makes a difference. Because I promise you, if it was symmetrical, if they moved those two sensors at the bottom, if they just moved it over to the left a little bit, I'd probably get it. And I know I've questioned my thinking on this a lot. Like, why does that even matter? But it does. I don't know why. This is the first phone where I'm like, Jesus, that is so ugly. I'm not going to buy it. I've purchased phones where I didn't necessarily like the design, but I can see why other people like the design. Get it? Like, I personally did not like it. I kept trying to think of what phone it was. What phone was that? Was it a OnePlus? OnePlus. It was the OnePlus 12. The OnePlus 12 with that circular design on the back, with that stovetop design. OnePlus 13 looks beautiful, but the 12, just that little slit, that little island that they had coming out from the side, that went around the camera array, that little camera island, It looks better now that they took that island off and you just have the round circle. But going back to the let's pull it up. Going back to the OnePlus 12, just going to this, right? This little array right here and right here at the bottom left of the circle and the top left of the circle with the OnePlus 13, they removed that little island that encompasses this, and they actually moved this circle a little more to the right to make it more independent of the side. And I did not like this when it first came out, but I was like, you know what? I'll look past that and let me just get it. And boy, phenomenal device. Absolutely love that phone. It actually took better photos than the S24 Ultra. I believe it takes better. The OnePlus 12 took better pictures than the OnePlus 13. It's weird how that works out, but anyways, this is a good example of I didn't necessarily like the design, but I get why other people did. But I still bought it, right? And it kind of grew on me, right? The look, the feel, it grew on me. Going back to this, I don't see how anybody could like it, and I don't think it will grow on me. As crazy as it sounds, I don't know. That's just me. And I think a lot of people are the same way, or they're starting to figure out why. I think a lot of people with this phone 3, are like, you know what? In the past, I think some people are like, looks don't really matter. I'm going to go ahead and get it and see. It's the whole experience, which is true, right? That should be it. But then this comes out. There's just something about it. I don't know how. I don't know why this design got approved, right? I don't know. Something about it. Like the top sensor on the left is way too close to the side of the device. The two sensors on the bottom are not lined up, and they just stick out like sore thumbs. So I don't know. I'm going to pass on it for right now. Now, I'm not going to say if this is the final design. We could get, we could have gotten tricked, right? And on Tuesday they release a device that's totally different. It's possible, yes. Chances are very slim. Now, I'm not going to say I'm not going to get it ever. There may be a time in the future because remember, this is going to be like $800. But what if in the future, what if like 4 or 5 months from now, right? Every now and then you come across a cannot miss deal. Like you see this phone for sale and it's like a used one for like $450, and you're like, whoa, that's a really good deal for this phone because others are going for like $600. Brand new is $800. Let me go ahead and grab this. You're like, is anything wrong with this? Why is the price so low? There could be a time in the future where I do get it. I just don't have any desire to get. Now, I love the OS. I love the operating system, the Nothing OS experience. Very, very nice, unique, elegant. Unique is probably the best way to describe it. So getting a phone 3, and to be honest with you, there's probably not going to be that much difference operating the device, operating system between the phone 3A or 3A Pro and the phone 3. It looks like they're using the same it looks like they're using the same 50 megapixel sensors as the phone 3A, right? Now it does have that little glyph up top on the top right, that little dot matrix. But look, they're trying something new. They could have done that in a way that doesn't look so ugly. There was. What do y'all think? I mean, is anybody interested? Anybody interested in getting this? What the hell's going on my phone? Now, here's something I have not figured out on this new streaming service, on this new streaming software. I don't know how to pull up comments. Let's see. Yeah, you know what? Miami 786 mail, you said I would have more faith in a phone case leak that would show the outline of the phone. There is a phone case leak of this device with the phone in the case. Now, are they gonna, these case manufacturers do have mock-ups of cases, just like these phone companies have mock-ups of phones, right? However, there is a phone 3 inside of a case. I saw it maybe yesterday, maybe. Let me see if I could find it. Yeah, that's not it. I'm telling you, that's not it. I know. I have the same. Let me see if I can pull up. Let me see if I can. If anybody is new that's watching, I did a kind of. I didn't even anticipate going live. Quite honestly, I accidentally hit live and I went live and I was like, oh hey, I haven't brushed my teeth. I haven't washed my face, so apologize. I woke up like this, but I'm just testing out a new streaming service and it's actually better, right? No audio issues. I can do technically 4K video up to 60 frames per second. Now, I haven't figured out the beats in the background. I don't think this new service will work with music in the background, which is okay. I can live without that. But comments, I don't know how to put comments up on the screen. But maybe I'll try to do that later at a later point. Let me see if I can do it on the YouTube side. Let's see. Is there a way? Pop out chat. What the hell is this? Oh, I can do that as like a little. Hang on one second. I added a couple of y'all in the chat as moderators since y'all are here all the time and I can trust y'all. Let's see. And I'll add more moderators as we move forward. Some other people as we move forward. But let me see if I can find that. Let me see if I can find the. I'll deal with the comments later. I don't know how I can put them up on screen. I think I can go, let's see, pin message. That would pin it at the top of the screen. Interesting. All right, so anyways, I'll deal with that later. Let me see if I can find that case, that leaked case design, and we'll see if there's any other news. Am I missing anything? Have y'all heard of any news or indoor information or in regards to the attack world, or potentially any questions about any devices or let's see, nothing phone 3 case. Let's go to images. Damn, you know what? This should have been the phone 3 right here. This phone should have been the phone 3. I'm telling you. I would have purchased this in a heartbeat. This device right here. Can I make this bigger? I would have purchased this in a heartbeat right here. Damn, you know what, Semper Buffo? You're looking for a Flip 6 for your daughter. I had a Flip 6 maybe about a month ago. I sold it, but I did have a Phone 3. I mean, not Phone 3, Jesus Christ. A Flip 6. A Flip 6. You thinking about getting the Fold 7, Jim? Yeah, me too. I want to see how much they are, but yeah, have y'all seen that on Twitter? Have y'all seen that Actually, you know what? Let me see if I can log into Twitter. Have y'all seen that foldable Samsung has that I think people are testing it? It's literally paper thin. Like, it's not the Fold 7, right? Because this is even thinner than the Fold 7. It's literally as thin as a case. Like, it looks like a piece of cardboard in their hand, and they're actually using it. Let me see if I can log in. The hell's taking so long? I thought I had X on my computer. Let me see. Damn, don't do I? Maybe I'll have to make a video about it and put it up on the screen. But it is paper thin. Let's see here. Any other news going on? It is getting late, isn't it? What time is it? 7? Jeez. Hang on 1 second. My phone's almost dead too. I need to do a video about carrier services application, and boy, there's not much going on, is there, in the news? I don't see anything. I found a Switch 2 in stock at, where was it? Where did I go? Target. Target has the Switch 2 back in stock. Let's see if there's any Phone 3. I can't find that case for the Phone 3, but there is a stock image out there. So that's again another reason why I'm thinking this is probably the real deal, unfortunately. Phone 3. Let's go to news. Did you see the leaked images from the Phone 3's camera? That's not a good picture, is it? Y'all see that? Yeah, the regular iPhone. Here's the deal with the iPhone 17. With the iPhone 17 and that's from the Phone 3 telephoto. But with the iPhone 17, they're gonna put 120 hertz, 120 hertz, quote unquote. We all know they only run at like 80 to 85, right? In developer options you can put refresh rate on display, and Apple is only running 80 to 85. We'll see if that changes for the iPhone 17 series. But the iPhone 17 and iPhone 17 Air are going to get 120 hertz refresh rate. However, it's not ProMotion, which means it's not going to be LTPO, which means the iPhone 17 and iPhone 17 Air, it's going to be stuck at 120 at ultra high refresh rate. You cannot lower it. So it's going to just chew through your battery. Why they're doing that, I have no clue. I think we can figure it out. The only models that are going to have ProMotion are going to be the 17 Pro and 17 Pro Max. To differentiate Pro models, right? Well, okay. Well, that just means that the base 17 and 17 Air, which is already going to have a teeny tiny 2800 milliamp hour battery. You thought the battery in the S25 Edge was small at 3800 milliamp hour. iPhone 17 Air, 2800 milliamp hour. It's going to blow through that battery with being stuck at high refresh rate, meaning it does not fluctuate. It does not go down to 1 hertz when you're reading an article, right? Or looking at something on your screen. It's going to be at 120 100% of the time. That's a decent photo. I mean, I've seen better. I've seen better. Yeah, that's not great. Now look, I'm giving them a mulligan. I'm giving nothing not necessarily a pass, but if you remember, who else go a promotion to MOD? If you remember, will you make a video on good Amazon Prime Day sales? Yes, I will 100. I was thinking about that. Was it a week or two ago? On the next upcoming Amazon Prime Day, I'll 100%. I'll probably do multiple videos. So I'll do videos. If best laptops on Amazon Prime Day, best. They typically. I've never purchased a phone on Amazon. It's always like other stuff, cases, other electronics, like Ethernet adapters. I will 100% make multiple videos on the best accessories, cases. I'll do phones, even though I don't buy phones from them, because they do have some phones that drop in price. So yes, I will do an upcoming Amazon Prime Day, your best deals, your best finds for sure. But if anybody's had the Nothing Phone 2, even the Nothing Phone 1, but I really noticed it with the Nothing Phone 2, Nothing Phone 2A, the quality of their photos significantly improved as time went on, meaning their developers fine-tuned that camera application with each and every monthly update. and it got significantly better. The Nothing Phone 2, from when it launched, the cameras on the Nothing Phone 2 sucked. Well, I take that back. The sensors were good, but the quality of your photo that you took was not good. And I blasted them for that, right? I have videos up of me saying these cameras just flat out suck. Now, I made videos as time went on. It's like, holy crap. Like, these photos are really freaking good now for those sensors. And I'm hoping with the leak of these photos that you see right there, the fish are kind of grainy on the platter. And then even in the background, I don't think that was a portrait photo. I think that was just a point, click, and shoot photo. Meaning everything there should be pretty good as far as quality. And there's a lot of noise in that photo. The ice, it kind of blends in all together. The fish in the background aren't that good detailed, especially the fish there on the platter. Just not that good in detail. But I would give them a mulligan, meaning give them a pass when this device first launches. I think 6 months in, if you are planning on getting the Nothing Phone 3, I think 6 months in, you're going to have a really good shooter, a really good camera. Right when it launches, you're going to have to give them some time, right? They do get better. The Nothing developers, you have to give it to them. The Nothing developers do continually work on improving the quality, not just of the camera, but of everything on the device. But the camera is a significant part of the device that we use every day, right? And it will get better. And I have confidence in them because what they did with the Phone 2 and the Phone 2A. I also noticed the camera quality getting much better. Let's see here. What is MOD? Who else got a promotion to MOD? Oh, mod, duh. I thought it was an abbreviation for something. I gave Jeff and Miami Mail a mod, a wrench, and I'll give more wrenches out. If I didn't give you a wrench, no, don't worry. Just keep on coming to the channel, and I'll hand them out. I think I gave. Who else? I think a couple of y'all have one. I can't remember. I'm not on my normal. As I kind of figure this streaming setup out, I'll see if I can put these comments up on the screen as well. Let's see here. What is this? Yeah, whatever. Okay. Is this the last photo? There we go. Interesting. Well, those are your Phone 3 photos. Man, what a disaster. I can't believe they're doing this to the Phone 3. That glyph thing looks... Oh, here's the case. Here's the case. This is the photo I saw with the case. Check this out. This is a case for the Phone 3. Now, it may look like on your screen. I know it's to the right. It may be hard to find. It may be hard to see in detail. Those are the Phone 3, both white and black, inside of a case. You maybe need to get a little closer to the screen, but you can see. Look where the power buttons are, especially on the black model on the right-hand side. Look at those buttons. You can tell there's a case on it. That's what it looks like with a case on it. So apparently they have, whether this is a stock photo, does it say? The Phone 3 has a rather divisive design. Where's the image source from? Arsene Lupin? Who the hell is that? Looks like a French person, figure, a thief. Once a thief launch trailer. What the hell? What is it? That's the That's the image source. Arsene Lupin. Interesting. But that's the case that you see it right there. Yeah, so apparently, whether it's a stock case from nothing that you can buy on their website, or it's from a case company like Spigen, right? I don't know, but they have started making cases for these, and that's a bad sign. It will be coming. It will be coming out. So the black one doesn't look too bad. I definitely would not be getting the white one. I'm not gonna say I'm not gonna get it. I'm just gonna say, geez, it's really, really hard. I don't know. Yikes. We'll see. We'll see how much they're going to be. We'll see if they're going to have any trade-ins on their website. That's the thing. I don't know. I don't know if they're going to have any trade-ins. A thief in French literature. Interesting. So the image source down here on the bottom right that I've highlighted in blue. You might not be able to see it. Says that's the source of this image. So I was just kind of trying to do some back channel research and see who this person was, but whatever. So whatever happened to what's inside that counts. Well, I agree with you, and I just spoke about that. I'm not sure if you had joined us by then, but I sort of spoke about that, right? It's sort of like you're not looking at the back of the phone when you use it, but it's like the whole package for me, and that's what I was describing. It's like when I set my Pixel down on the counter, it's always on its display. The back's looking at me. Same thing with my Samsung. I think for the most part, look, that's true. That's just flat out true. When you're using the phone, you're not looking at the back, but it's like the whole package. It's like it's like a car. I know there's a lot of comparisons between cars and phones, but it's like a car, right? It doesn't matter what the car looks like as long as it gets you point A to point B. Now, that's very true, all right? But people buy cars because of how they look, right? The new Corvette, very nice looking vehicle, although you could have a Ford Focus that gets you from point A to point B. Same thing kind of applies to this, but it's the whole style thing, right? I think phones have become a materialistic accessory, right? It is obviously a part of our materialistic lives, right? And that's the thing, nothing has inexpensive phones if you just want a phone that works. CMF Phone 2 Pro, perfect example, right? Like my wife's aunt, she needs a new phone, and what's the first? And I was like, well, what kind of phone does she want? She was like, she doesn't care, she just needs a new phone. I was like, well, I guess we'll be getting her a CMF Phone 2 Pro, right? Like it works. And it's $279. Can't beat that. So there's phones for that, but this being their high-end phone, I think looks do matter when they shouldn't matter, if that makes sense, right? It's kind of like the whole package. So I know the software is going to be badass. I know the glyph, the little dot matrix thing on the back, is probably going to be a cool feature. And in fact, there is a little, if you look at this photo, look at the right side middle of the phone. So go down to the middle of the phone, either on the white or the black one. Middle of the phone to the right side. There's a little button. There's a little circle. Apparently that's you're going to be able to see yourself. So apparently you'll be able to take holding the back sensors towards you, meaning you're not looking at the screen. The screen is facing away from you. But if you hold the back of the phone to you, apparently there's like a selfie mode where that button on the back, you'll be able to see yourself in that dot matrix area. And it'll obviously be using one of those 3 sensors. And then you can snap that photo by pushing that button on the back. Now, will it be a multi-function button? Maybe, maybe not. I have no idea. Remember, they do have the essential key on the side as well, but it would be cool if this would be optional, right? Where you can program a double click, a triple click, a long press, a double long press, right? It would be cool if you can program it to do other things as well, and I'm sure it probably will be. Maybe you can record video, right? And that dot matrix will show you what you're recording. Maybe if you long press it, it'll record video. So just using those rear sensors kind of gives it a more capable device, right? Because the front sensors on the Pixel, the front sensors on the Samsungs have gotten really good over the years, but nothing beats those cameras on the back. So I think nothing's trying to utilize those ugly looking sensors on the back. Yeah, so yeah, nothing else is very, very good. Very, very good. In fact, I was thinking, damn, you know what? I wouldn't blame some people if they just stuck with their phone too, right? In fact, I was thinking about getting another phone too, or the just sticking with the phone 3A, right? Obviously, you want the newest, latest, and greatest, which this one looks pretty cool, but we'll just have to wait and see. Tuesday, I think I'm going to do a live stream. We can watch. Nothing doesn't care if you like Samsung, especially Apple. If you relaunch, replay, or restream anything Apple, they will strike you down with a copyright. Nothing has been very lenient. The people at Nothing are very smart. Obviously, this design got by them, but I'm talking about their online people, their digital media. They're clever. They know their stuff like what I want to do, restream or stream the launch of this phone 3. They're not going to strike me for copyright, right? They get it. It's promotion. They get their name out there. They need more people pushing and exposing their products. So I think on Tuesday, can't spend too much online. It's also my wife's birthday on Tuesday on the 1st, so probably can't spend too much time. In fact, I need to get off of here. But I'll do let's find out when that is. I'm gonna do a stream tomorrow, and then Tuesday I'll do a live stream of this because I want to see obviously if this is the final design and if they have any trade-ins. And then we're also going to stream the Flip 7 Fold 7 event as well. I think we're going to get some new earbuds, as well as the Fold 7, Flip 7. We're also going to get a sneak peek at their tri-fold device, the one that has 2 hinges, where you get 3 displays. Where you fold. You've seen the one on Flossie Carter's channel. I think it's Is it Oppo that makes the trifold? Oh, no. It's not Oppo. It's the one that it's Huawei has the trifold. It'll be something like that, where you fold it into a tablet. You fold it open into a tablet, or you fold it closed, and it looks like a phone. Damn, what was I just going to search for? Oh, yeah, the time. Nothing Phone 3 event. July 1st, 25th at 6 p.m. BST. What the hell is that? Oh, okay, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, so noon Central Standard Time, or 10 a.m. Pacific Coast. So, Pacific Standard Time. So, we'll schedule an event for July 1st, Tuesday at noon, 12 p.m. noon, and I'll go live, and we shall see if this is the real thing, and if they will have any trade-ins, what the final price would be, all that good stuff. So, they're also releasing the headphone, which I'm not interested in at all. I don't really wear headphones. I have some, but I don't wear them. But let me get out of here. It's getting late. You love gaming phones? Yeah, I need to do a ranking, the best gaming phones. I got a lot of video ideas, but let me get out of here. It's getting late. I had planned to be on here for like 10 minutes, and it's been an hour. So let me get out of here. I'll see y'all tomorrow. I'm just running this as a test setup. Again, new streaming software. So hopefully my my voice and audio is not cracking and popping and skipping out like it was on StreamYard. I so desperately want to get away from StreamYard, and I think this will work. I just need to see if I can put comments up on the screen and stuff like that. But appreciate the time. I hope everybody has a wonderful rest of the day, good rest of the weekend, and we'll be back at it tomorrow, Monday, with a whole new set of stories and news and information. So appreciate the time. As always, see y'all tomorrow. Now, if I can just figure out how to end this. I have no idea how to end this thing. See you, Brian. All right, man. Hey, y'all have a good evening. Let's see. Take that off.